To continue with our discussion, let's talk about obligations with a period. 1193 provides that obligations for whose fulfillment a day certain has been fixed shall be demandable only when that day comes. So, suspensive period ang sinasabi sa first paragraph. So, once the period is not yet dumating, or once the period did not yet come, then the obligation is still suspended. Okay? Obligations naman, however, that is subject to resolutory period, again, will take effect today, will take effect at once, but once the period happens, it shall terminate the obligation. So, first paragraph, suspensive period. Second paragraph, resolutory period. Continuation, a day certain is understood to be that which must necessarily come, although it may not be known when, as long as it is sure that it will happen, then it is a period. If the uncertainty consists in whether the day will come or not, so it's not sure if it will happen, then the obligation is conditional. Okay? And kung conditional siya, yung previous na sections or yung previous na mga provisions ng batas ang applicable. So, kapag sure na mangyayari, kahit hindi sure kung kailan, period. Kapag hindi sure na mangyayari, condition. 1194. Okay, again, mag-a-apply ulit si 1189. So, mapa-condition or period kapag during dependency, merong loss, deterioration, or improvement, okay, then Article 1189 will apply. 1195. Okay? Ito yung paid or delivered before the arrival of the period. So parang papasok din ito sa solution indemnity. So you may recover it with the right as to the fruits and interest. 1196. Whenever in an obligation a period is designated, okay, it is for the benefit, as presumed by law, of both the creditor and the debtor. Unless, okay, makikita sa agreement na yung isang party lang ang nabenefitan. So, again, magkakaroon ng benefit sa both creditor and the debtor if the obligation is payable on a particular date tapos may interest. Okay, so for example, A is indebted to B 1 million pesos, payable on January or February 5, 2026. So, hindi siya pwedeng bayaran in advance si debtor para sana makatipid ng interest. Kailangan niyang bayaran sa February 5. Kung babayaran niya ng February 1, pwedeng mag-refuse si creditor. Si creditor naman, hindi niya pwedeng singilin before February 5. Kailangang singilin niya lang on February 5. So, on this scenario, you can see that, okay, the period being agreed upon is for the benefit of both of them. Now, ano yung example ng instances to which the period is only for the benefit of the debtor or the creditor? So, for example, if it's payable on or before February 5, so the debtor has the option to pay before February 5 or on February 5. So, hindi pwedeng mag-refuse itong si creditor na i-accept yung payment. Okay? Dahil sa gusto niyang mas mataasan ng interest, hindi siya pwedeng mag-refuse kasi it's payable on or before February 5. So, the period is only for the benefit of the debtor. Now, kapag ang term naman ng usapan ay the obligation is collectible on or before February 5, so kapag nag-collect si creditor ng advance, pwede niyo bang gawin yun? Yes, the debtor has to pay. So, in that case, okay, the period is for the benefit of the creditor. 1197, ito yung na-discuss na rin natin kanina. Kung ang obligasyon ay merong period pero hindi nag-fix ng period, then the courts, based on the circumstances, the courts will determine. Okay? The court shall also fix the duration of the period when it depends upon the will of the debtor. So, di ba meron kasi mga obligation that is payable upon the will of the debtor? So, kapag ganon, the courts shall determine kasi baka mamaya masyado nang matagal. Okay? In every case, the court shall determine such period as may be under the circumstances have been probably contemplated by the parties. So once fixed by the courts, the period cannot be changed by them. Okay? So kapag si court ang kailangang mamili ng mag-determine ng period, then that has to be followed by the parties. Okay, 1198, another important provision talking about instances to which the debtor shall lose every right to make use of the period. So these instances is when supposedly the debtor enjoys the period, right? The debtor enjoys the grace period bago sana magbayad. But, okay, pagpasok ka sa circumstances na 5 ni Article 1198, you will lose the benefit of paying pasana on the deadline. Okay? You have to pay now. It will become demandable at once. So, number 1, when after the obligation has been contracted, you become insolvent. So, there's no point of waiting, right, for the deadline because eventually you cannot pay as well. So, you have to pay it now once you become insolvent. The only time you will get rid of this is that if you will give security or collateral. Second is when he does not furnish to the creditor the guarantees or securities which he has promised. Nag-promise siya ng surety or guarantee pero hindi niya tinupad. So, magiging demandable at once. Hindi na matutupad yung deadline. Okay? Number 3, when by his own acts he has impaired said guarantees. May collateral nga, pero yung collateral nawala. Either through the fault of the debtor or through fortuitous event, nawala yung collateral. Take note either through the fault of the debtor or through fortuitous event, nawala yung collateral, the debtor shall lose the benefit of the period, magiging demandable at once na siya. Number 4, when there are conditions in terms and other terms na napag-agrihan na dapat hindi gawin pero breach nung debtor, then magiging demandable at once na yung obligation. For example na ito, yung mga acceleration clause sa mga installment payment na kapag there is a misamortization of 2 amortization, 2 hulog ang hindi mo na ibigay, magiging demandable at once na yung buo. Okay? So that's an example. Then number 5, when the debtor attempts to abscond, gusto niyang takasan. Not necessarily abscond, the mere fact that he is attempting na tumakas, okay, the benefit shall lose right over the period. Okay? So that's 1198. Okay? Next one will be alternative obligations.